Good afternoon, cultivating royalhood. So today I'm going to tell y'all about a time where prayer literally took me to another planet. So basically the night started like a normal night where I prayed and meditated until I fell asleep, and I quickly realized that I left my body and my consciousness had projected somewhere else, because as I looked around I literally felt like I was physically there. Like the waking world seemed to be just a dream, but this dream actually seemed as real as the waking world. So as I was looking around, I very quickly realized that I was not on Earth. The structures and the buildings were very, there wasn't like square structures like normal houses. They were more so rounded, more so had rounded doorways and entrances. And there was little beings walking around. They were probably about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 feet tall, but they were very colorful, and like the overall environment was extremely peaceful. It was like one of those civilizations where there was no war, there was no conflict, there was just peace, and it was organization and structure within that particular civilization. But the weird thing is I was just looking around at them, and they were all staring at me, because they was like, dude, what are you doing here? You were a human. What are you doing on our planet? And it's like they were looking at me like I was a stranger from a foreign land. And I was looking back at them like, yeah, y'all are weird too. And I didn't realize why I was there, but hey, I just kind of walked around and explored the city. So when I got to the outskirts of the city, there was a mothership, and the mothership was filled with like humanoid reptilian beings that landed on that planet to actually wreak havoc on the peaceful beings that were already there. So I realized that's why I was there. So at that point in time, it's like I prayed and I powered up, and there was some iridescent colored wings that just sprouted from my back, and then my body just glowed with light and fire. And there was this light sword that just seemed to just form out of nowhere in my hands. And so I started battling the reptilian beings, and these little smaller creatures, they were trying to help, but they were more so in the way because they were not really adapt for battle. They were just really in the way. And as I was fighting the reptilian beings, like if you've ever seen the Tasmanian devil, how he kind of makes that hurricane and just kind of destroys everything that's in his path, well, that's kind of what I did with the sword. So I had the sword in my hand, and I was creating this hurricane path, and I was destroying the reptilian beings, and then they left. And then after that, the kind of the little squeaky alien figures, and they kind of look like this right here. I'm going to try to find the video, but they kind of look like that. They were just thankful and excited, and then from there I woke up. And when I woke up, I was like, that is the weirdest dream I've ever had. And to this day, it was still pretty weird. But if you will, visit my website at www.cultivatingroyalhood.com, where we focus on holistic health and healing.